Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and sometimes mind-boggling side of tech available on the interwebs. I'm your tech ninja, Ray McNeal. Coming up in the program today, a microneedle skin patch that delivers a fat-shrinking drug locally could be used to treat obesity and even diabetes. Parrot turned its Mambo mini drone into the cheapest first-person view racer that you can buy. And happening in this week's What The, a lady pulls a gun at Walmart after her kid didn't get the last 29-cent notebook. I know it. All that and a whole lot more coming up on your weekly tech update next. Hi everyone, underwater robots could soon hitch rides on sharks and even whales thanks to a fish-inspired suction cup that clamps onto shark skin and other surfaces. Scientists could record data by attaching this robot to animals without hurting them, says Li Wen, whose team developed the sucker. It is designed to cling to a moving surface, like a shark, even as it twists and turns at high speeds. The design for Wen's robotic suction cup is inspired by the slender shark sucker. It's a marine fish that attaches itself to sharks, rays, and turtles using a sucking disc on its head. In the wild, the shark sucker hitchhikes rides on hosts so that it can snack on food scraps and the crustaceans that live on marine animals, all while expending minimal energy. Hitchhiking like this on sharks and whales could offer an improvement over existing ways of tracking and tagging animals, which are criticized by possibly causing harm or for being ineffective as sensors tend to fall off. Saving energy while swimming is a big deal for robots as well. The handful of existing types of swimming bots aren't really fast on their fins. Wen's artificial sucker can withstand the kind of forces that shark suckers face when attached to sharks, cruising at more than 1.5 meters per second. Attached to a smooth surface, the robotic sucker has serious sticking power, withstanding pull-off forces equal to more than 340 times its own weight. In the lab, it has also been attached to shark skin, glass, a carton of orange juice, and for some reason, even an iPhone. Its gripping abilities are largely down to the sucker's fish-inspired design, which combines a large suction cup with some 1,000 tiny little carbon fiber hairs that help the sucker stay attached. The hairs arranged in rows along the sucker can be raised and lowered to help the device attach and detach. The next step will be to attach a hitchhiking robot to swimming sharks or dolphins and see how well it can hang on within the real world. I've always said I'm a Trekkie, but in reality, Stargate became my favorite sci-fi franchise back when SG-1 was on the air. Their combination of humor and awesome science fiction made it my favorite all-time TV show, and one that I still watch over and over to this day. At San Diego Comic-Con this year, MGM dropped a big announcement. It was bringing back the long-running franchise with a new show called Stargate Origins, and even a new website called Stargate Command. MGM told The Verge that Command is an experiment, a combination of a social platform that also delivers video. The site has a public-facing section for fans to chat with each other, but members who pay $20, a one-time fee by the way, will get access to the entirety of Stargate SG-1, Atlantis universe, as well as the original films. The one thing that appears to be missing is the Stargate Infinity cartoon that was on the air back in 2002. In addition to that, well, you're going to get behind-the-scenes access to the Origins TV show as it enters production, and other content and interviews with people involved in the creation of the show, as well as forums, polls, and quizzes. Between the three shows, there's 354 episodes, along with 3 films. If Stargate Command is successful, it feels like a model that MGM and other studios can use for other dedicated franchises, where they own massive content banks. Think of a similar service for Doctor Who, or The Walking Dead, or even Star Trek. Each have their own huge fan bases that might just find value in having an entire series available to binge, especially as the industry's heavy hitters begin focusing on their own content. When Google released Glass Enterprise, it took a consumer-oriented product written off as privacy-invading nonsense and made it incredibly useful for businesses. Now, Microsoft is effectively doing the same thing with its $3,000 not yet for consumers HoloLens by introducing it to designers who find that price a relative bargain. Take Ford, which has been testing HoloLens over the last year to help stylists and engineers visualize and test products, considerably shortening the design phase. Ford normally builds clay vehicle models at full scale, but then has to resculpt them if a design doesn't work out. HoloLens can blend 3D holograms with real cars or models, letting designers test numerous designs in near real time. At the same time, engineers can incorporate the physics and check to see how the new features will actually perform. Much of this can be done on a computer, but the advantage of HoloLens is actually seeing it in front of you in stereoscopic 3D from all angles on a real vehicle. In one case, Ford said that it used to take weeks to perfect a grille design, but HoloLens allows designers and engineers to explore a variety of different versions in a matter of hours. In another, stylists played with external mirror models to get a pleasing design nearly in real time. At the same time, engineers can see through the headsets what drivers see when they look through the mirrors. Another advantage is collaboration, as multiple HoloLens users can actually see the same thing and share voice and written notes around the world in real time. Does anybody else feel like we're actually finally living in the future? If HoloLens can help test ideas without worrying about the cost of expensive clay models or prototypes, then teams can be liberated to be as creative as possible. These novel business applications could still end up benefiting gamers, content creators, and others by commercializing it for enterprises first, and of course making money. Microsoft and Google can develop and perfect the tech, and once it's robust enough, it can finally release it to the world. First-person monster blasting games that we've dreamed of are right around the corner, and I'm looking forward to it.